I compared Burbank and Pacoima. This is my windshield survey. My name is Kenneth Leslie. Physical environment, general appearance. Pacoima had unmaintained roads, a lot of trash in the gutters, an abundance of pedestrians, a lot of strip malls. Let's see here. Parks were nice, but not too nice. There's no trees to provide shade. There is churches, some graffiti. And in Burbank, there's a lot of name brand shopping. There's a lot of pedestrians shopping, also a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of parks, green areas. There's movie studios. There's a lot of restaurants. Burbank's surrounded by LA City, basically, Sun Valley to the north, Glendale to the south. Pacoima is the boundaries are leaded to the west, somewhere to the north. Burbank does have the 5 freeway rolling through, so there's a lot of pollution from cars. And in Pacoima, it was stated in the Daily News in an article that Pacoima is actually one of the more communities with pollution because of freeways and industrial areas and all that caused pollution in that city. The demographic population is 103,689 Pacoima. Let's see, a lot of 89.1% are Hispanic, is the majority. I saw a lot of Hispanic people driving through. There's a lot of the health and lifestyle behaviors. I saw a lot of fast foods. There are no gyms. There is community centers such like Handsome Dam. In Burbank, population is 104,447. Primarily, it says here, basically almost even white and Hispanic. Driving through, I saw a lot of young people, primarily white. A lot of health. There is healthy food stores in Burbank. I saw some people running. There is gyms. And risk behaviors, there is a lot of restaurants, so possibly people eat at restaurants over their houses. Parks and Recs, Pacoima has a Hanson Dam, which has an equestrian center, a pool, soccer fields. They also have the David M. Gonzalez Park, which has a boxing gym. Burbank has like 10 plus parks. 2 of them have aquatic centers. There's a tennis center. There's a roller skating hockey rink. There's even a park with its own cafe. Transportation, Pacoima residents, they use the bus system normally, or usually bus stops where a lot of people at bus stops, a lot of people on the buses. In Burbank, there's the Metro bus line also, and also the Metro Link Rail. The Metro Link Rail will connect you to the rest of the county. Health, Pacoima has little to no access to healthcare, but Burbank has Providence St. Joseph's Medical Center, which has an emergency room, has a 393-bed hospital, has 600 plus physicians on staff. Protective services, Pacoima is their policing is done by LAPD. Their fire service is provided by LAFD. Burbank has its own fire department and their own police department. Religion, education, Pacoima, there's less variety of religious establishments in Pacoima. I saw a few Baptist churches, a couple Catholic churches. In Burbank, there were more options. There's Lutheran, Presbyterian, Baptist, and Methodist. Shops in Burbank included places like Target, REI, Best Buy. Compared to Pacoima, it's mainly strip malls with laundromats and discount dollar stores. Education-wise, Burbank has no community college. They have Burbank High School is their biggest educational center there. Economics, Pacoima is their major employers are mainly in manufacturing, whereas Burbank is the studios, the movie studios like Warner Brothers and Disney. The median household in Pacoima is 55,885, whereas in Burbank it's 67,317. Health problems in each community. Pacoima has limited access to quality health care, limited access to healthier foods, no senior center, and possible alcohol abuse, since there's more liquor stores in those strip malls. In Burbank, there's good food choices, but there's also bad food choices. There's fast food, there's a lot of restaurants, there's no mental health facilities around, and it's in the middle of a major freeway, so it can cause like respiratory issues. Community resources. There's some organizations in Pacoima, like Pacoima Beautiful and Best Start, which try to bring up the neighborhood and improve the life in Pacoima. And in Burbank, it has its own government. It has its YMCA. It's got a huge medical center. It's got a Boys and Girls Club. It's got many parks. It's got family service agencies. It's got public health agencies. Community strengths. Pacoima is a city that appears to generate the strengths from the grassroots programs such as Beautiful Pacoima. These grassroots associations, organizations are a driving force of the community. Therefore, the strength in this community comes from the hardworking people that take care of their families and are productive individuals in their community. Burbank, access to healthcare is a good strength. Protection by the local and fire department. Access to jobs in the entertainment and health industry. Also access to a variety of religious centers. There's a LGBT center, and it's primarily a safe area. This was the interviews with the stakeholders. Lance is a nurse manager at St. Joe's. He notices the horrible eating habits of his patients. There's a lot of heart disease he witnesses, and a lot of gout also he mentioned. What he wished would happen in Burbank, that there'd be like less fast food restaurants. He'd like the local Burbank government to outlaw fast food or make it a limited number of fast food restaurants in the city. Mary is a resident of Burbank. She says she still notices people smoking in public, which has been outlawed in Burbank for a few years now. She says primarily white males. There is programs in Burbank that help people quit smoking. And in Pacoima, I talked to Mark, who works at the Park and Rec. He said he sees less and less children coming out to play in the parks and using the parks as for activities, and decreased signups for soccer and basketball. He said there is boxing classes, and he said he'd wish there'd be flyers out for parents to realize the importance of bringing your kids out to the park and having some exercise done each day. Betty is a senior citizen in Pacoima. She's a neighbor of my aunt's, actually, in Pacoima. She feels that a major health problem is the arthritis and osteoporosis. She does attend classes at the YMCA, fitness classes for older adults. Thank you.